Director of Media from Archer Travel Service, and today we are so happy to welcome Ginger from Agent Universe Travel Leaders Network. How are you doing today, Ginger?
I'm doing fine. Thank you, Amanda. I'm anxious to give your network some wonderful information about Agent Universe.
Great. And today you're doing a how-to tutorial on the website, correct?
That is correct.
Well, we are so excited to learn what you have to share. So with no further ado, I'm going to let you get started. Thanks, Ginger.
Oh, you're welcome, Amanda. Hello, everybody. Just wanted to, first of all, wish you all a wonderful long weekend. So I hope you enjoy. But we're going to just start with Agent Universe. Again, I'm Ginger Russell, and I work for Travel Leaders Network, your affiliation. And we give you a portal called Agent Universe. In this portal, web-based, gives you everything you want to know about our programs. So we're going to start off with a little tutorial of the front page. So if you ever get disoriented or where you are in the web site, just click on Agent Universe right here, the logo, and I'll always sort you out to the main page. Next is we have a support service center who is equipped to handle all your frontline questions. And those are mainly with program questions. So the number is 800-940-2122. And then from there is a link called Contact Us. If you click on here, you can actually see their email address and phone number as well. Again, I'm just going to sort me back to the main page by clicking the logo, and we're going to get started. So here are your dashboard, and we're going to go through the most important parts and elements of the dashboard. And on the front page, we always have a hero ad, which is really marketing our programs. Right here is an amenity departure, which we're going to discuss today. You can move the ad. Here are hotel villas, which we're going to discuss today, and our hotel daily. So it's all sorts of things that you can just click on and go directly to the promotion. Also, we have all of our current offers on the front page. You can just look down. There's quite a few here, as you can see. So it goes above the fold where you can see it on your screen and know that there's stuff below the fold as well. And these are wonderful offers that you can send to your client and get a great benefit for them. Also, we have all of our training events that are coming up. So you can actually kind of say, hey, I'd be interested in learning about, let's say, Palace Life Up Close with a virtual webinar. And then we have quick links. These are really links. Instead of going through the dashboard and going through all the entries, you can actually have a quick link that you can just go to directly. And as I go through the demo, you will see how you will want to use some of these quick links, searching a promotion or looking at our cruise space program. You can also manage your quick links by clicking here, and this will allow you to put in priority what you want to use. So you would do link order, and that will just say, hey, I want to have the training library up first, or I want it down and have maybe searching promos up first. Just note that Agent Profiler always remains the first link. So I'm going to go back again to the logo to get me to the first page, and that's about quick links. Again, you can manage it just by clicking here. We have a newsletter that we post. It's called The Navigator, and it's a really nice newsletter. You can just click on there and go through the magazine online. So now we're going to start with the important elements of the dashboard. First is programs. The most important program that most agents use in our world is called Cruise Space. And do not worry about the flyouts here. Only click Programs and then click green tab, Go. And you're going to go into the Cruise Space marketing page. And what is Cruise Space? Cruise Space has 3 pillars. It has a distinctive voyages, it has amenities, and it has culinary. What do these 3 pillars mean to you? And what it means is we have internal travel leaders staff that work directly with the cruise lines to add content to a cruise itinerary that is above and beyond what the retail market offers, so you can actually save your client more money, or you can add features to the itinerary that's going to upgrade it that they can't get elsewhere. So it helps you sell, it helps you market, and it helps you be kind of the hero. It's a win-win for you and your client. So again, Cruise Space has 3 pillars. The first pillar is distinctive voyages. In our world, we call these DVs, distinctive voyages. What is a distinctive voyage? It is a host that we place on that particular itinerary. So we have a host where your clients can go to the host instead of stand on a service desk waiting for help. We also have a welcome cocktail party the first night or the second night to introduce everybody to the host, to introduce people that are on the cruise, might make new friends. And then we have an exclusive amenity that we throw on the itinerary as well. So when you book a distinctive voyage, you're going to get not only what the cruise line offers in the marketplace, but for that specific itinerary, you'll get to tell your client, oh, you're going to provide a host, a welcome party, and a special amenity, all free, extra, because you're booking it. Market yourself. The next pillar is an amenity. It's just something we throw on the itinerary to give your clients something extra. It could be a shipboard credit, it could be special dining offer, it could be prepaid gratuities, could be anything. And then the third is a culinary collection. What is that? It's really, we work with cruise lines that feature food and wine. And on those itineraries, we will throw either a DV, which has the host, the reception, and an amenity, or we'll throw on an amenity, which will just be maybe a shipboard credit. So think about the hundreds, maybe even, I would say, thousands and thousands of itineraries that all the cruise lines have out there for your client to choose from. Our Cruise Space will narrow it down to about 300 or 3,000 itineraries that we've negotiated with suppliers, cruise lines, to give you this extra benefit, which we call Cruise Space. Now, who are the cruise lines that are involved in this? Excuse me. So when you go to Programs, Cruise Space, click green, you'll get to this page. Just slide over to sailing dates and booking instructions. If you click there, you will see another page of instructions. This is probably the most important page that we have. So we actually have, if you make the booking in, let's say, Royals Espresso, or let's say you make the booking in Princess's online booking tool, Polar. Doesn't matter, you've made the reservation. You should be able to see our headquarter groups. And then you can either book an amenity, a culinary, or a distinctive voyage. If it's an amenity, you just click here. So step 2 would make the booking. Step 2 would be make sure that you let the cruise line know that you're on one of these amenities. And here are the cruise companies: AMA, American Queen, Avalon, Azamara, Celebrity, Cunard. So you can see there's quite a few that we promote. So as I move up, I'm going to go back to the sailing dates and booking instruction page. And if you're booking a culinary, obviously you for the booking instructions, culinary or distinctive voyage. So you'll know exactly what cruise lines we offer for each one of these pillars. The next thing we offer that's specifically only to Celebrity and to Royal only is special pricing, above and beyond what the marketplace will offer. So so we have the Celebrity Advantage worksheet, and I'm gonna see if I can make this bigger here. So we have Celebrity Group Advantage worksheet, and we have Royal. I'm gonna click on Royal Pricing Advantage, and I'm gonna, this worksheet is gonna populate on the bottom of your screen, and it's gonna be an Excel spreadsheet. Now, once a month, we call Royal, and we talk with them specifically about what we offer. Now, I'm not sure if you can see this at the moment. It should be coming up. I'm going to move it over, and maybe I'm going to share my screen so you can see it. Amanda, do you see this spreadsheet?
Yes, we do.
Perfect. When the spreadsheet opens up, the first thing you do is enable editing. And the reason you want to enable editing is that it is the first, you want to be able to use filters. Did the worksheet go away, Amanda?
Yes, now it's back.
It's back. Okay, I'm moving around all my multiple screens, so please excuse the navigation here. So the first thing you would do is use this as not ever quote these figures to your client. Use it as a resource tool. It's really important you don't quote from this worksheet. You have to go into the specific cruise line's booking engine and make the booking. And the reason I say you can't quote is this is a static report. It's not dynamic. It's not if Amanda would go in and make a booking, then this cabin would go down to 9. It doesn't do that. You have to go into the cruise line's booking engine to make sure space is available. But it does help you research. The first thing you do is you'll see there's US here. So I always make sure I'm in the US dollar, and I am. And then the next thing I do is the client will say, hey, I want to go on a cruise in Alaska, say September of 2022. Okay, you kind of know what your client wants. So you can go in here and you can look at the date, and you're going to filter, unclick everything, and you're going to filter for 2022. And there's a little mark here. You can say, okay, I just want September. So if you just want September, you can do that. But I'm just going to show everything that's 2022. Now they said they wanted to go to Alaska. So let's just click off everybody and just go to Alaska. And now we have the worksheet that says, hey, here's all of Royal's pricing structure for Alaska. And we're going to move into September because that's what the client wants. So here in September, we can offer some discounts. The best discount right now is 31% off the retail price. And here's the retail price. And here's what we're offering. And it's in this inside, and it's in category 4U. Now, the closer you get to a departure date, the less you're going to get in a discount. And that's because right now Alaska is very popular. But if the client says to you, I want to go to Alaska this year, I don't know when, what's the best rate? Then, and you know they want to go this year, so you use this year, you use Alaska as your filter, and then you can take right here and you go for the largest discount to the smallest. And now you can say, well, if you want to go on a sailing on the 18th of August, and here is the cruise ship's code. I think that would be Rhapsody, but I'm not sure, but I'm going to say Rhapsody. And you say, I have to check to see if there's availability, but I know the current rate in the marketplace is $28.50, but I can sell you for $9.99, and it's a 65% discount, $1,851 savings, but I don't know if it's available. I'll have to check. But you would have to book in this classification. And you can just kind of go down because you've done the highest discount to the lowest discount. And you can see Alaska here. It looks pretty good, except when you get into some of these dates. They're just kind of telling you what they need you to focus on and what dates to sell that they have soft sailings. So I'm going to click off here. And I'm not going to save this. And I'm going to go to Celebrity. Click on Celebrities Worksheet. Now, I think I also have to share my screen again, so just bear with me. Again, it's populating into an Excel spreadsheet. It does take a few minutes to populate. It should open up any minute. And I can show you what Celebrity looks like. So I'm going to move Celebrity over. And I'm going to ask Amanda if she can see the worksheet.
Yeah, I can see the worksheet.
Okay, first we do enable editing. First thing. And I'm going to move it over again. And you can still see it, right, Amanda?
Yeah, that's correct. I can see it.
Okay, cool. So what they do is they add, actually, they tell you, hey, we have not only this special price, but we also added an amenity. So you can see TLNADD, that means an amenity also added to this special pricing. If you have a client that says, I want to go this year on Celebrity, what do you have? I'm going to do the year. Now I'm in July down through the end of the year. They're pretty much not offering any discounts before July, but mostly before October. But look at this discount. And this obviously is the Apex, and it's going out on the July. But here's the retail price. Here's your advantage pricing, and here's the cabin. So this is probably a suite, and it is going to Europe. Here, let's say they want to say, I only want to go to the Caribbean. So we're going to go here, 7-day Caribbean, and now we've got Caribbean, and we've got all their discounts. Here's a great cruise. It's in November on the Apex, the good savings. So you kind of see how this works. And there's an amenity added to this as well. So it's just a matter of using this worksheet and doing your filters, because your filters are going to be your best friend. I'm not going to save that here. So that's kind of how the special pricing works for Celebrity and Royal. We want to make sure you understand you book it, and then you have to look at booking instructions to make sure your client is going to get the amenity or the DV or the Culinary Collection offer. You want to make sure the cruise line has those codes. But now I'm going to pull up another part of this program. It's going to be download the complete list of all the cruise lines we have negotiated with. Remember I said we have over 3,000 itineraries we've negotiated with over 10 cruise lines. And you kind of want to know what the amenity is if you're going to book, let's say that celebrity flight, cruise line, Celebrity Apex. You want to know what you're going to offer as amenity. So up comes the worksheet. I clicked here, download the entire worksheet. And since I work 3 screens, I just want to make sure you can see the worksheet populate. It's opening. It's a big worksheet. I want to tell you in Excel, it's probably over 10,000 lines of data. So Amanda, do you see it?
Yes, we can see it perfectly.
Okay, first thing I'm going to do is enable because I'm filtering. The next thing you want to see is down here. Here's all the sailings. Here's US sailings, and that's ocean sailings and river. Canada sailings. Well, we're in the US, so we won't be using the Canadian sailing. And then we've separated out just river cruise. So I'm going to click on river cruise, and you can see all the different cruise lines that we offer. We offer AMA, American Queen, Avalon. And let's say you have a client that wants to go on a river cruise. Let's say we're going to do something in 2023. So I'm going to click on 2023. And let's say they want to go on AMA cruise line or river cruise. So there we go, AMA. And they kind of know what ship they want, but if not, here are all the ships. Here are all the itineraries. But this particular client wants to go on a tulip cruise. So I'm highlighting this line, and it's on the 3rd of April. It's on AMA's. And I'm just moving now to the right. And it will tell me there's an amenity. It leaves out of Amsterdam, comes back out of Amsterdam. Here is that group code that you've got to make sure the cruise line knows, the booking code. And then we go move on, and there's a shipboard credit of $150 per person. That's $300 extra you're going to market to your client, and hopefully will help you close the sale. Now I'm going to move down here to where there's this distinctive voyage and just show you the difference. So this particular cruise is Europe, going on the Burgundy and Provence. It has a distinctive voyage. You can see it highlighted there. And there's no code required automatically when you book it. Here's the voyage number if you wanted to ever find the voyage number. And here's the distinctive voyage offering a host, private reception, and a shore event. So what is the shore event? When we put it in, you'll see there is right here under the shore event, there will be a link. Now we don't have the link in here because it's in 2023. But when you move over and see the link, you can click on the link and it will actually give you the brochured shore excursion that you can send to your client. I'm going to try to find one of those for you to see what it looks like. Let's try to see if we can find anything in 2022 and give you a look at what that shore excursion looks like. I'm moving to the right, and I see here the link. So this is going to be an apple strudel cooking demonstration, and it's free. And this is what your client's going to get when you click on the link. And I'm going to bring it over here. Hopefully you can see my screen. Give it a minute to populate. And I think you can now see it. So now you can send this to your client and say, I can provide you this 5.5 hour free shore excursion because you're on a cruise that offers special amenity that I can provide for you above and beyond what's in the marketplace. So I'm going to click off there and kind of show you how you look at this and kind of navigate this worksheet. It is big. If you just want to look at US sailings, it's huge. You really want to sort it by a destination, by a sail date, by a cruise line, to be able to figure out what you're going to give your client. And here are all the amenities. You can see some of them are really good. $300 per person, $100, and so forth. So clicking back to Cruise Space, that is the program. It is comprehensive, it's big, there's a lot to offer. You just got to know how to use it and play around with it, and you'll get to be an expert in how you can give your clients some extra benefits, and with Celebrity and Royal, some extra savings. Now I'm going to kind of go back to direct your quick links. Do you see here Cruise Space Sailings? I've made that a quick link, so I don't have to go programs, Cruise Space, and then move over here. I can go directly to the report, the Excel spreadsheet. Same with the booking instructions. But if you don't use these quick links, you've got to go through the steps and find what you need. So I'm looking at the time. We have about 30 minutes left, and I'm going to go through marketing real quick, and I'm going to go search promotions. And when I click search promotions, it's going to give me this page. And I'm going to really kind of say I'm not even going to look for a supplier. I'm going to look for a category, cruise, let's say. I'm not going to fill in anything. I'm not clicking anything. I just want to know what's out there for a cruise. Now this is going to take a minute to populate because it's going in and finding all of our promotions on cruises. So up it comes. So Oceania has a 2-for-1 cruise, free airfare and more. It starts and it's ending very soon. Has a vacation code. And I see it's inactive, so I don't know. Let me just click on here and see what it's all about, because I clicked on and it looks like we cannot load this matching agent. Okay, so what this is saying to us, let me go back to the promotion. Why it's inactive is the promotion is still active, but you can't post it to your social media, but you can still offer it to your client. Here's a Norwegian cruise. Now here's Royal Caribbean. Kids fly free or kids sail free, 30% off. It's good through kind of closing out pretty soon. But you can actually schedule this for your Facebook, for social media. But I've got to say to you guys, it can't be a personal Facebook page. It must be business, or you'll be kicked off the program. So you have to have a business Facebook, and then so forth. So you can see all the promotions. That's under marketing promotions. Also, you can find these offers on Agent Universe. Remember, I'm clicking on the logo to start me to the main page. You can see them all here. Kids free, Alaska Cruise, Princess. You can see them all here as well. Next is preferred suppliers. This is important. There are many ways you can sort all of our preferred suppliers. The main one is A to Z. And because we have over 100 and some preferred suppliers, you aren't going to be scrolling down and finding things. The alphabet is the best way. So if you're looking for Royals information, you would click on R for Royal, find Royal here, and you click here, and then you're going to see everything that pertains to Royal. So just note all of our suppliers, whether it's a car, a hotel, a cruise line, a tour operator, airline, anything that's a supplier of ours, will have their own supplier page. And you'll find it under preferred suppliers, A to Z, using the alphabet as your filter. And then you can kind of see what you earn. Now, you guys are a host agency, so you know what you're going to be earning based on the sales that you've negotiated. But this will kind of tell you about all sorts of things, or how you would order brochures if you needed it. Where does Royal go? Here are all the destinations, and here are all the ports. And then they partner with all these different types of businesses. So that's kind of the Royal page. It gives you their phone number, their email address, everything that you need to know about Royal. So I'm going to just try one. Now I'm going to do by category now, not by A through Z. I'm going to go by category. And let's say you're looking for an events, attractions and events. I'm going to click on all of these suppliers do attraction and events. So let's say we're going to look, Disney, road trips. So there's a lot going on here that you can click and find what you want. Here are all the airlines. Here are all of the insurance companies and so forth. I know that you guys are negotiating with a certain insurance company, so always, and I preface this, very important, go to your, I think it's called, Amanda, your cafe internet, is that right?
Yeah, our travel cafe has our preferred suppliers in there.
Right, so you would go there too. The next one is training, which is really important. If you want to learn about training, just click on the calendar. And it will give you a calendar of everything we're training on for the month of May. I'm going to move down here. We're kind of at this, we're going to do tomorrow, or actually this afternoon, we're doing a Palace Resorts. And then we're going to do another Palace Resorts on the 31st. So you can just click on here and sign in and attend the webinar. These are educational instructors webinars. They're not, they're live. So let's say you aren't going to attend anything. Let's go move here and go to June. We don't have a lot in June because of our conference. But here's a good one. Building your agent profiler, developing a niche, all sorts of kinds of training. We're going to go into July and look at some of the training that we have. This one, guys, is so important. If you jot this down, 19th, 20th, and 21 of July. It's our orientation module 1, module 2, and module 3. It's going to take what I'm saying today, just giving you some highlights. It's going to drill down and give you all the information you need to learn about everything that's in Agent Universe. It's a deep dive. So those would be important to attend. Also with training, you can, not going to the calendar, you can also go to events. Now, our annual conference is for everybody, and our regional meetings are kind of like a conference on the road. It's a one day from 11 in the morning until 7 at night. And it will give you lunch and a cocktail party, but it ends with a trade show with suppliers. And it really is educational. In more or less starting after lunch, we have speakers, we talk about some of our programs, we have a break, and then we have a trade show. So it's kind of a nice little get together. And in the fall, we're going to have 3 regionals. And I'm going to click on here. So you would go to events, and then you go to regionals. We had spring regionals, and these were our spring. They haven't posted our fall ones because we're not going to do it until after our conference Edge. But I can tell you we're going to be in Chicago area, Dallas, Fort Worth area, and Anaheim, Los Angeles area. And in Anaheim, it's the 3rd of November. And in Chicago, I believe it's the 8th of September. And in Dallas, it's going to be the 3rd of October. So keep those in mind if you're in that area and you want to attend. Now, finally, we're going to go to resources, and this kind of talks about all of the things that you may want to know about in the industry. Travel aids and planning tools are the ones I like to click on, and this basically tells you everything you need about airport parking, baggage fees. If somebody asks you about baggage fees, what airline are you talking about? Well, let's say I'm going to be looking for Iceland Air, and it will click right into their website and will tell you all about their baggage allowance. Okay, accept all cookies, and it will just kind of like, you can click on baggage. So it basically gives you everything you want to know about anything in the training aids and planning tools. A big lineup of information. Another thing before we end is that I wanted to go back to Agent Universe. And we do have some ads like here. Our support desk, which is this number, is going to be closed at 4 p.m. on Friday, this Friday, for the Labor Day or the Memorial Day weekend. And they'll reopen at 10 a.m. Eastern time on the 31st. So sometimes you'll have some notifications on here as well. So I'm going to that's a high level tutorial, but please mark down July 19th, 20th, and 21 is going to be big, deep dives into using Agent Universe. So I'm going to turn over to Amanda and see if there's any questions we need to answer.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ginger, for this tutorial. It was wonderful. And first question is, I'll answer this just because I know we had this question a couple times in chat. How do we sign up or register for the site? You can sign up or register on your Travel Cafe website. Go to the suppliers how to register tab, and it's in alphabetical order. So Agent Universe is right at the top. Just click on Agent Universe and scroll down and you'll see how to register there. Next question for Ginger is, how do we combine cruise space with our cruise bookings?
Okay, so if you've already made a booking and you haven't made final payment, it's still on deposit or it's on a quote. If you sign into, I'm going to use an example with Royal. If you sign into Espresso, you should be able to see your booking and you should be able to move it directly over into our, what we call headquarter groups. Cruise space has multiple names in the industry. We in Travel Leaders call it cruise space. Royal and most of the cruise lines call it headquarter groups because we're actually working with the cruise line to block rooms so you as a Travel Leaders affiliate can book into those group rates. So if I know that you guys have Randy, who is your Royal rep, he can always demo that for you guys, how you would move it into our headquarter groups once it's booked.
Okay, perfect. Next question is, would the cruise space offer be rejected when using the cruise line's own offers, kind of like cross-selling? Question mark?
Yep, good, really good perceptive question. So I'm going to go back to programs, cruise space, and click on green for go. And I'm going to go into the sailing dates and booking instruction page. And I'm going to look here. I'm just going to click on amenity. Now, let's say we're talking about Royal. Let's just say, I'm going to move down to find Royal here. How to book in headquarter groups, there's a link. But now this is booking instructions. So it is going to talk about if there is a retail market offer out there, let's say there's a retail offer that says get 30% off and a $100 shipboard credit for a balcony. Now you're wondering, hey, for that sailing, can I go ahead and add another $50 shipboard credit, because that's what Royal has under our cruise space. So now they'll get $150 retail offer and another $50 for headquarter groups through travel leaders. Let's see if it's combinable. So in this area called booking instructions, it will talk about a combinability. And on this particular are available for select sailings only. So if it's not on that select sailing, it wouldn't be combinable. And there are limited available space, so it might not be available. So what I'm really trying to highlight here is if you have a retail offer and you're booking it, and you go into Espresso, and you don't see a travel leaders headquarters offer, then it's not available. But if you go in and you see a headquarters pricing advantage available, but no amenity, then you can offer the special pricing. But you kind of have to be aware of where you want to book your client on the retail offer that offers this price, this shipboard credit, these amenities, free Wi-Fi, whatever the retail offer is. And when you go into Espresso and see the TLN headquarter group offer, might be a great, really good pricing offer, but it doesn't have any other amenities to it. So Espresso will be your friend in finding what the best rate is.
Perfect. Okay, next question is, can USD be changed to another dollar system, for example, New Zealand dollars?
No. And when I say no, I said it really fast. But the reason I say this is that the cruise lines price out their product for the country of departure. So US citizens get this rate, and you can't convert it to have a New Zealander from, let's say, Auckland wanting to get that price. Now, I want to qualify this. If you have a person in New Zealand that wants to book one of our cruises, it wouldn't be available to them because he's not in the US departing from the US. However, if your New Zealand passenger flies into the US and is staying with friends and they're all traveling together, and he has a New Zealand credit card that quotes in New Zealand dollars, you're going to quote him the US price and use his credit card to pay for that, but his credit card will convert it for New Zealand dollars because that's his bank account. That's where it is. So I don't know if the question was, can we use different credit cards for the USD, or can we book it for people outside of the United States? I'm not sure.
I think it was both.
Okay. So that answers both. If you're in the US and you depart from the US, you can get the US rate. If you are in the US and you are from Australia and you're gonna pay for it with your Australian credit card, your credit card is in Aussie dollars, your credit card is gonna take the $1,000 US price, convert it to Aussie dollars, which I'm not sure what the conversion is. It might be maybe 1,200 and in Aussie dollars, and they'll be paying in Aussie dollars, but they'll be leaving from the US.
Yes. I do just want to say, be aware that not all cruise lines will let international travelers onto a US departing cruise line. So just make sure you check that before you book it.
Yeah, good point, Amanda. You're right, because it does based on their passport.
Yeah, and it bases on also the cruise line. Different cruise lines will let it happen and some won't. So it's very interesting. So just double check that. Next question. How did you get into searching all the promotions?
Okay. Let's go back to Agent Universe. I'm going to go do this again. So if you ever get lost in, just click on Agent Universe. And the first thing you do, it's a program. It's cruise space. Click green. That's step one. Now here's all the information about cruise space, but you know what? You know all that. So step two is to slide over and click on sailing dates and booking instructions. Click. Here you'll get to the main page and you'll see the Celebrity Advantage and the Royal Pricing Advantage. So these are pricing advantages. But remember, I also showed you to download this big worksheet that says what cruise lines have what. Do they have a DV? Do they have an amenity? Is it a river cruise? Is it an ocean cruise? That worksheet will tell you all that information. Now, why do we have it separated? Because not every cruise itinerary has a pricing advantage, only Celebrity and Royal. But we have a good 15 cruise lines that don't give us a special price, but give us a amenity or a DB or a culinary collection. And that would be found on this worksheet. Conversely, you can go to quick links and you can do your cruise space sailings right here and click here and get the worksheet immediately. So there's two ways to get to the worksheet that talks about cruise space, but there's only one way to get to Celebrity's pricing advantage and Royal pricing. And that's through the long way, programs, cruise space, and then the sailing dates and booking instructions.
Perfect. Okay, next question is for Agent Profiler, what's the qualifications to be able to have 100% and get published to Travel Leaders Network Agent Search?
So first of all, Archer Travel's administrator would publish you based on what you have written. So you have to have your bio filled out, you have to have your destination selected, and you have to be honest about that. We have found that some people go in and say, I'm a wedding honeymoon expert, and they're not. So that's why you have to go through a filter to make sure that, we have to make sure that what you're putting on your profile is really your credentials. So you can fill it all out, but only Archer administration can approve it to be published.
And yeah, so they just have to fill out their profile completely, do all the information within there. And then once they submit it, Archer Travel, one of our admins, goes in and, like you said, approves it depending on what they put. And if you've already filled that out, Sushil, just go ahead and email us at evosupplierhelp@archertravel.com and just say, hey, I'm just checking in on my agent profiler. I submitted it if you already did, if you're wondering. Just a heads up. Okay, and next question is for scheduling the Facebook tool for cruises, are you able to schedule other marketing materials as well?
Okay. Yeah, I know social media is big, and I really want to direct you to our social media studio. Now, that can be found on Agent Universe under marketing, because it's marketing. Social media, pretty simple. When you click on social media, it's going to give you everything that our studio offers. And it will tell you how to share social media and schedule it. It will tell you what's in the social media calendar, and it kind of gives you some weekly information and tons of other information you might want to know about. How to use TikTok, how to build relationships live. All this information talks about building your persona through social media. It is a lot if you're not used to social media, and it is a lot to kind of go over. But there's so many rules of the road when you do social media, and we're very careful in making sure that your social media is valid, has the right information. So you really kind of have to follow the rules of the road of our social media studio. But I think if you're really savvy about social media, you can kind of click on here and see how to work Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and kind of learn. It's really pretty comprehensive, to be honest with you.
Awesome. Thank you. That's really great. I see you have a ton of tools in there. And I know a lot of agents are turning to social media these days for sharing. So I really appreciate that. Let's just make sure. I think I just saw something else. Oh, is Agent Universe only based in the US, or do you work in other countries as well? Do you have any offices based in other countries?
Agent Universe is a website. Travel Leaders is the affiliation, and we have travel leaders in Canada, UK. We have another brand of offices in Australia. So we are in other countries, but as far as Travel Leaders Network, the affiliation that Archer Travel belongs to, it's US based.
Perfect. Okay. I think that was the last question.
Okay, before I go, I kind of was remiss not to show you an important part of Agent Universe. I'll do this real quickly. So when you go into Agent Universe and you want to get some extra training and you do not want to attend an instructor-based webinar because you're restricted to their date and time, just go over to your quick links and go into TLN Training Library. And when you click on, you're going to get a categories here. Give it a minute to load. And it's going to be everything you want to learn. So the person who wanted to know about social media would just click on the marketing tile here. And in the marketing tile, she's going to look for social media. We have 28 courses in our travel leader. We have, if she's interested in, let's say, Facebook, click on there's 6 classes there to learn about how you can work with Facebook. So it is a big comprehensive training, but I do want to say to you guys, if you click on Training Library and you do not get the library itself populate, that simply means that you haven't signed into the library for over a year. Then you're going to have to contact Archer Travel and have them make sure, they would call our support center and make sure you get re-implemented or taken off of pause and be able to get in and start learning again. So the library is a very good feature, but if you sign in and you haven't used it in a year, we put you on pause. And I'll be real transparent. We pay so much money for every agent who uses the library, and we have thousands and thousands of agents. And if somebody doesn't use it within a year, we put them on pause. But it's real simple. You just call, get certified, and everything is in the same state as if you left it. If you took 4 or 5 trainings, it will show that you still took those trainings. It just puts you in pause, and then we lift the pause and you're right back to where it was before.
And so to get the congratulations graduates because you completed the program, you would just do all those trainings, correct? Or how do you get that?
Oh, so we have, you mean the specialist programs that we have?
Yes, I believe so. Because I think when you clicked on it, it said congratulations. Because someone was asking.
Yes. Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry, Amanda. You're right. So when you get done with the training, you'll get a certificate of completion. Right.
Okay, perfect. Okay, and someone was just asking, do you have to do all of them to get that, or do you have to do a few, or is it different for each one?
You know, it is different for each one, and it kind of gives you a picture of your training profile. That's really what this is. It's for you and your profile and what you've learned. So the version for, let's say I'm signing in as Ginger Russell, and I'm now looking at my training calendar as you see it on the screen. It will then give me all my completed courses, what I've done, and it's really kind of for you. Now you see this little search button up here. If you get lost, you can just put in social media here and it'll go directly to the classes if you don't want to look at the tiles and figure out where you have to go.
Perfect.
But this congratulation to the newest graduates is a different program. These are programs where people will take 2-year courses and get a certificate. And those would be found under our specialist training.
Oh. Okay, perfect. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Ginger. You gave us so much knowledge, so much insight on the website, and we loved your how-to tutorial. Really appreciate it. Everybody in chat and here with us today, thank you for joining us. You can find this video recording right here on this page in the videos tab if you would like to watch it again, or you can always find it in the Travel Cafe website under trainings in the preferred suppliers tab as well. So thank you so much, Ginger. We appreciate you coming, and we look forward to working with you in the future as well.
Well, thank you, Amanda, for inviting me. And again, everybody, have a wonderful Memorial Day long weekend.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.